up? It's Drama, the man with a face for radio and a voice for newsprint media, coming at you with another review. This one for Whipseey and the Lost Atlas. 2D platformer out now on Switch, PS4, Steam, and Xbox One. So Whipseey is broken up into 5 different levels. It's a pretty short game overall, as each level can be beaten between 5 and 10 minutes, probably even faster if you're good at the game. Slower, it's going to take longer if you're not good at the game. You do start out with 5 lives, and you can get hit, I think, 5 times before you lose a life, unless you hit an instant death, of which there are several in the game. You know, falling into pits, falling into quicksand, and getting sucked under. Certain boss attacks are insta kills. Yeah, things of that nature, standard type stuff. So the game was made by one dev, Daniel Ramirez, which pretty impressive, even though it's a short game as far as I'm concerned. It's not a perfect game by any means, but it's adorable, and it has some really good ideas. I do wish some of those ideas were fleshed out a little more, personally. For instance, a cute little pink dude. Oh, okay, Kirby. But he just kind of looks like Kirby, but he doesn't play like Kirby, which is good. You know, it's making it your own, right? Having the whip is pretty cool. Having certain things to swing from, which you do in some portions of levels, is nice. And the restart system is really smart. The game knows you're going to die and makes it so you just restart back at the beginning of that particular section of the level. And each section, can be beaten between 5 and 30 seconds basically, which is pretty cool. And the bosses, while they're not the most imaginative ever, they all have their own little flair, which is nice. My biggest issues with the game are really around polish. I found numerous times I had issues with collision detection. It looked like I should be hitting an enemy and it didn't hit. Or I tried to swing from a swing section and missed over and over again, even though the whip was appearing to go right through the thing. Worst of all, other than, running into enemies for no particular reason, which actually is the worst, but I legitimately floated through a platform once. It only happened once, and you could call it a glitch. Maybe that's what it was, but it was still, it's like, that's not something that's supposed to happen. Obviously it wasn't intentional, but it's like, a second set of eyes I think really would have helped this game. As is, I generally enjoyed it. I complained a lot while playing it, but it is super cute, which is nice. There's not a lot of super cute games that I play, honestly. And I think it's accessible. It's a 2-button game, and you control your directions. Is it easy? Not especially. Is it especially hard? No, it's kind of middle ground. And I think if the controls were a little tighter and the game a little more polished, not only would it be simpler, but it'd be more fun, because you could feel that's exactly what I wanted to do every single time, and it'd be consistent. As is, usually it does what you want it to do, which is honestly, for the price, fine. It's not going to cost you more than $6 anywhere but Australia, where it's $7.99. So you get what you pay for type of situation. And I'm sure I'll show this to people because it's cute. If nothing else, it's worth it to look at the game, but you can look at the game on YouTube, So it's hard to say this is a definite buy. If you're into 2D platformers or you really love the art style, yeah, definitely worth it, 100%. It could be a better game though. You need to know that going in. If you're not into 2D platformers, probably not the game for you. If you want a super simple game to just screw around in, probably not the game for you, even though it realistically could have been that easy, but the controls and just some of the polish issues make it not. So anyway, that's Whipseey and the Lost Atlas. Hope it was helpful.